I think, yeah, I think we have audio. I don't know how good it is, but hey, guys. Sorry, wrong camera. Just here in Dungeon Alchemist, and I've played with it a lot, but I don't believe. I think I've done one map in here I've actually used in something, so I'm gonna try today to mess around, um, and try to get something decent that has some kind of coherence, that it feels like a map that belongs with itself. I've been in this weird place lately with um, just maps and adventures and whatnot in general, where why would these people dig a hole and make this secret crazy pathway of tunnels that doesn't make a lot of logical sense, just to be spooky, scary, weird, or get you lost? And I don't know, and maybe I'm just trying to be too realistic about it and not just have fun with it. So today I'm just going to be kind of old school, I guess, in my mind, and just make something because I think it's cool, um, and not worry about the absolute logic of it too much, in the sense of, man, this is going to be dumb. People are going to think this is dumb. Is this even, does it make sense? Is it realistic? Well, I'm not playing D&D to be realistic. I play to have fun. So there you go. Enough of my soapbox. I have no idea where to start, what I'm going to do with this, but I figure, you know, we'll chuck some stuff down and see. I mean, back when I played, there was always like an entry room that you went down into it, in a dungeon, through like an area that was kind of like an entrance way, and then it split off, and then you went to places from there. I typically start in a place like that. Um, so let's try. Plus another thing, there's like a scaling issue, I think, in Dungeon Alchemist, where you get your room and everything set up and you go and put your stuff in it, but the props and stuff all look bigger than they should. And I know there's a way to kind of preset that in your settings. I don't know where that is though, because I've looked in settings and it's not there. And I thought there was a preferences, but I can't find it in there either. And oh, object scaling, looky there, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So if I knock this down to about 60%, it feels like a lot, but 60, 65, let's say, it actually makes it feel more real. So cool, glad I found that. All right, so let's just go with some type of a castle, or whatever, kind of like an entryway. Let's go with maybe some abandoned ruins. This is not really what I'm looking for. How about maybe castle, and let's go with just looking for some type of an entrance. Perfect, there's an entrance. I'm gonna start up a little bit, that way I can kind of work my way back to maybe something up down here. So I'm gonna go kind of higher up. Oh, didn't mean to rotate. And just draw in like a 40 by 30. Don't know where that's gonna go. And then we could switch over to hallway and give us maybe a hallway. Comes off about 40 feet this way. I'm gonna say let's be somewhat symmetrical, because in all honesty, this is one of the things that tends to bother me when I do stuff is, why build something the way that somebody wouldn't build it? Why would it be 30 over here and 50 over here? And it's fine if it's a lower, species kind of doing stuff, like, they're not as technologically advanced. But at the same time, it feels silly in some regards to make something just not make sense at all. See, like this, like putting this here and then coming off maybe 20 or 30 here. That's fine. I mean, either they don't measure enough, or they, do it for a particular reason. Let's just find out. So we're just going to go with this hallway. Let's just go with this entrance and see where it pops up. And, fine. I'm going to sort of look around here. And I can already tell you, these things all seem too big to me. And I'm taking this from the idea that, I mean, why does this statue stick up above the roof? You know, it just feels off to me. So if I go back in and let's just regenerate this without objects. Floors for sure, roofs fine, whatever. But let's just regenerate this if I can. And take out... I'm going to get rid of the objects. There's lights, there's objects. So walls, windows, doors, floors, and roofs. That's fine, but why do we still have an object in here? I'm getting annoyed, aren't I? Let's just get rid of that. Let's get rid of the statue, because that just seems silly that it's flipping 12 feet tall in a, you know what I'm saying. Scaling seems wrong. I'm going to go through here, try to look in the walls here. Where's our... This is windows. I'm just looking like for wall coverings and stuff. Paint all walls in room. Let's go with... plaster scorched. I wonder what that looks like. This is supposed to be paint all walls in room, I thought. Change wall. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong spot. You know, why would it say change all walls in room if it doesn't change all the walls in the room? Am I missing something? This is paint walls. Paint all walls in rooms. That's what it was. My bad. That is, in fact, what I was missing. Okay, so from the outside, we can go back to the stone here. Let's just find something a little more decrepit. Kind of nastier. And I'm doing this because, honestly, I really needed a break from reality. I've had a couple of suck days. You know. So, just trying to find something fun to do. And, yeah, sadly, though, it seems like when I have time I need to take off for me or whatever you want to call it, everyone's going to complain. But whatever. Who cares? I do and I don't, all the same. Let's just use some of this old plaster for the inside. See what that looks like. I kind of like the stone better because, like I said, it reminds me of growing up and playing and blah, blah, blah. So let's just do this kind of thing. Might as well do the outside the same way. Heck with it. All right, so I don't really care for this banner thing that's here. Not gonna do it. Get rid of these. There's this pedestal we can get rid of. I just want to do my own stuff here. So let's say upon entrance with a better floor, let's just find some old cracked floor. New favorite wood, stone. Do we have older damage? There's ruined. Something like this. That's a little too small. I don't like those small tiles, you know? I don't like the ones that are all square like that either very much right now. Why are they so tiny looking, you know? Just want some bigger standard stone floor. What's up with the scaling of the floor, man? That just doesn't seem right. I mean, this is closer, but it's just not what I want, but it might have to do. We'll go back to stone just to see if there's something more appropriate. I'm being a little picky biatch, but I apologize for that. But look how tiny these stones are. Can you scale that floor? Am I unaware of how that's done? Because I thought, just pick these and then try to scale them up. I don't see any way to do that anywhere. Huh. Interesting. I mean, those are better, I guess. So let's say we have this. And let's go here and decide what we've got going on and why. These are doors. So I think we should throw in some single doors right away in here. I think I have to put a wall in here first, though, don't I? So with walls, we're just going to go back to something like so. We're going to add a wall here, 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 and here. That way we can add doors to those. And I think I'm just going to throw in some standard old doors like this. Why those have a light colored foundation around them or frame, I don't know. That's the stuff we need to be able to control, you know, or I need to learn how to use, one or the other. But it seems like that's all, you know, that this is not controllable by me. That light colored stone right there, I definitely don't like that. I don't know that you can do anything about that, though. It's a little bit of a shame. I mean, I know it's not a movie prop, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like we should be able to fix that. Maybe we can right here. That's just the door, though. See what I'm saying? But how do I fix the coloring other than the door itself? So yeah, that functionality would be nice just for the makers. Okay, unless I'm missing something, and then please tell me. So these doors, yet again, seem very out of scale to me. Because if this is, you know, 30 feet across, or 15, let's say it's 15, right? This would still be a 5, or a, how big would that door be? 10 feet tall. I don't like that. You know, so how big are my squares? That I don't even know. Is there a thing that says so? Let's see, settings. High quality. Nope. Grid. It's just giving you shape and transparency. Okay, well, then how do you determine scale? And if the scale is 5 foot, which is pretty standard, that's 15 feet. That means that's a 10-foot tall door. I am not feeling that. And then when you throw in a dude to walk around in, it still feels off. Let's just take standard dude here. Don't have any favorites. We got some characters. Let's just take this dude. Don't know anything about him. And look how tall this dude is. Is that a 5 foot wide square? This guy is 10 foot tall. You know. And these are supposed to be coming in at 60%, I thought. And if that's 60%, let's say, you know, that's a pretty tall damn door. Anyway, let's walk around in him, get that feel. This is a little better, but see how big those doors seem? Just ridiculous. You know, I don't know. I don't mean to whine. I'm whining, I realize. But that just seems very over the top. Big, you know. So, and I can't open the doors in this view. There we go. So, yeah, this one just goes this far for now. So forth and so on. Oh, I blocked myself up here. Let's close that one. And there's this situation. But yeah, for that scale, you know, feel. I know I'm not making a movie prop here per se, or a movie environment. It just feels a bit, the scale is like totally screwed. This is not, that's one thing I've always had a problem with Dungeon Alchemist. It just seems like the scaling is very off, from the doors to the objects to the characters, you know, etc. If I was designing this dungeon by hand, of course, it would be not this. And I know a lot of us used to draw our doors 5 feet wide, you know, back in the day on graph paper. But it was just a representation. When you got something like this, the representation, in my opinion, should be a lot more correct. And that just feels weird. Okay, anyway. So we drop in an object or two. Let's try something like that. Like, let's say a sack of burlap sack. It feels a little better. Like I said, I've scaled this down to be 65%, which I think makes a huge difference, if you notice. So that, at least that's working. But the doors. Just wish you could scale the doors. All right. I know. I'm whining. Let's stick a torch somewhere, and let's just pretend that... and how come these torches... None of these are wall torches? There we go. Let's just pretend that the scaling is right on the doors, because that's all I can do. I really wish we could throw these torches lower as well, because they're so high up. You know, I'm not sure that that's where I'd put my my torches. You know, it feels so high up. Also, that one's going to clip that door when it opens. I think about clipping because of, you know, working in 3D on actual, you know, game objects, film objects, and so forth. But yeah, I know. I sound like I'm whining. Let's drop in a dude. I keep taking the dude out. I don't know why. But let's just drop in a little pawn here of some kind. I'm just gonna find something small and average, just like an elf, let's say. I'm just gonna, and look how huge. I mean, how? Come on. Why doesn't an object scale these guys? I have to guess what 65% is here. Something, I guess, kind of like that. It just, I don't know. I'm whining. I'm very cranky today. Alright, so let's walk around in said dude's skin here. Okay. Like I said, you can't change the coloring of the door facings and stuff, which is a bit eh. Also, we need some kind of entrance into the dungeon here, I suppose. Don't think I added anything like that. No other doors. This is a door that's actually a door, and I adore it. Let's add some stairs into here if we can find them. This says structural. I'm assuming they're in here. And this is going to be just kind of like a stairway from above into, you know, kind of like the darkness here. And those are no way 60%. Come on, people. I mean, can you understand why I get a little annoyed by that? It's like, I feel so like I have to just... If you're going to use theater of the mind, I'll just make the whole thing theater of the mind. If I have to screw with every little part because it doesn't even match its own scale, it becomes annoying, you know? I'm trying to really be okay with it all, but it just feels a little, it could be better. Okay, let's just stick these here for now. I need to find me an archway. Let's just open arch here. Something that kind of matches, that'll fit my stairs. Let's say this is too big. That's better, but I hate the color. You can change the color of those a little bit, I know, but let's see if this one is a bit fancy. Let's just try the old stone arch. I think is perfectly fine. Yep. And then I'm going to grab these stairs and try to move them. Let's see, that's a bummer again. Ugh. What, I can't size the stairs? Ugh, again. Why? Because they have to match how stairs are. But you can't change the things you need to. The archway cannot be made bigger, and so on. Yep, this is frustrating. It's simply frustrating. What is this? Oh, that's kind of interesting. Those are cool things for sure. Dig that. But not necessary for what I'm trying to do. And this is an inner and outer. Got it. But why can't you change the flipping size of an archway? And I can't get my stairs to go up enough because they intersect. So, you know, whatever. All right. Complaining's not going to fix it. I get it. I'm gonna complain anyway, though. Now watch. If I want to make a let's say carved stone wall, Let's grab the wall here. And what do I do? Just grab it out, or does it have to be intersecting? I'm getting frustrated with this stuff. I just want to make a freestanding wall here. And I can't get this to stick outward. Why? Cool. All right. Let's do a room then, I guess, is what we're going to have to do this as. And just pull this out like so. Not what I want to do. Now I have to deal with a door I didn't want. Walls I don't want. He's going to complain till the end of time. Yes, probably true. So you can't get rid of walls. That's frustrating, folks. Don't you think? Like if I wanted to get rid of this wall. Nope, it's the whole thing you're going to get rid of. Okay, well, if I just wanted to put one wall back up. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand, I guess. So I can do it this way. I just don't need any of this. I want this back, like say, like so. And then it's kind of a frustrating pain in the butt to have to go back and piecemeal this all out. Add, remove one piece at a time as opposed to, and I can't get rid of this. All right, I don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe I'm just an idiot. That's going to get rid of everything. I don't want the brush, a paint brush. I want, yeah, see, it's going to get rid of all of those. Huh. All right, so let's undo that. Let's make our brush a lot smaller. Well, there. But what a pain in the butt. Just, I mean, come on. Anyway, let's add some walls now, maybe. Go back to this, whatever I had. I don't even remember now. You know what I'm saying? It's taking so long to do one thing that I'm not able to do it. Okay. I'm trying. I'm really honestly trying not to be frustrated by basic things, but here we are. You can't just add a wall. I mean, unless it's an object. And let's see if we can freestanding walls. And evidently I've got no visibility on any. Oh, there we go. Wow. Thanks for showing up. I'm being a real negative person today, aren't I? So, look, I can't even add this freestanding wall. What is this? Baby walls? That's because it's an object that's showing up at 65% size. Arg. Oh, man. So if you don't screw yourself one way, you're definitely going to another. All right, so let's see if we can make this bigger. And look, it's not even going to go. It's not going to let me go the full size. This is trash. I'm sorry, this is trash. I really was jazzed about getting here and do something, but I've never used it before. And now that I'm using it, I realize it's not how it should be. Okay, so we'll throw back in 100% there. It's just so, like, clunky. I didn't even realize it was this clunky. I actually loved it up until today. And now I'm realizing just what a pain in the butt it is to try and use it. So back to the 65 there. I guess, I mean, you could just turn that up and down all you need to. Nothing auto. That's cool. Whatever. Wine. You know, I'm wondering something. Yeah, that'll work. And of course there's levels, right? Like layers or levels that you can go up here. So if I stuck that, you can't. What a pain, man. Really? Okay. Let's see. So if I let's use this like a little entrance to the entrance, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to get over being frustrated. I apologize for sounding like such a whiner. But some things, you know. Why is everything so blocking? Why are the doors so much higher than the walls? And, you know, I'm just picking it apart, I realize, but those things don't make sense to me. I realize they're nobody else's problem, but it's just the idea that bothers me some. I mean, that's cool. But, yeah. Let's go back into the walls here. I've had a hard week, guys. You try to give me a break, you know. But I had a hard week. All right, let's just give it some of this similar texture if I can find it. I don't know if it's me, but every time I look in here, it's like I'm not even clicking on the same stuff anymore. Lord, like, where's all my textures that I was seeing before? Here we go. I know it's mostly me. I just easily agitated, I think, at this point. That's kind of cool on the inside there. I don't mind that. Probably should, you know, pull out some hallways or something, this upper part, for the sake of, just go with maybe hallway. That's fine. Kind of wish this would close back up once you selected it, you know? And let's just go from here to here. Maybe another one from here out this way. Don't know how far, but okay. You know, trying to give this kind of a they came from somewhere vibe. And I guess to kind of give this upper walls, if I wanted them, I'd have to put upper rooms here. So let's just say this is just a not a lot of choices there. Let's just go with hallway for now. I'm just going to pull out like a room. Oh, okay. Well, not that apparently. How about this? No. So all of these dreams are now coming crashing down. All right. So what am I doing wrong? Is it because this wall is too high? No. It's because the stairs. Or is it because this wall? Well, then what's the point? I mean, if you literally cannot build next to your own stuff because of other stuff, I mean, shouldn't that be allowed because it's above it, you know? Maybe I'll take the roof off of the lower level. Is that the better thing to do? I don't know. I'm pretty annoyed. Anyway, let's just work on the lower level. All right, so you come in and you see these different areas. What does what lead to? I don't know. Let's put a table in this front room. Maybe there's normally a guard that kind of hangs out in here. Gosh, I'm getting annoyed so easily today. Like I almost want to quit doing this. I'm sorry. It's been a rough week. I had some crap happen that just makes me pretty negative at things and people in general. I'm trying not to be that guy, but you know what? I'm a human being, so um, I'm like, I am allowed to be annoyed by things like any other person, I guess. I hope. Let's see, that's furniture. Yeah, let's just go with like tables. I'm so used to working in like Dungeon Draft or something like that that anything with a limit or too different, it just feels gross to me. I'm trying not to be that, but it is the case. I just don't even want to do it. I'm frustrated. I've got a couple projects I'm also working on that I've got to get to for a couple of people, and I'm so down about so many things that I just don't want to do anything. So I'm trying to escape the things that I at least get enjoyment out of. But when I do and they annoy me, then what do? I don't really drink or any of that other stuff, and so it's not like I have an escape. I play music, I make movies, I do a bunch of stuff I should be really happy about and, you know, using for these purposes. But I've gotten into a place where I kind of don't want to do any of it. All right, let's stick this table here for now. It's fine. Let's give him a chair. That and my freaking eyes have been burning from, what do you call it, allergies. And man, I'll tell you what, that'll make your day highly annoying in a really quick way. Let's give him this old nasty chair. It's even called old chair. Weird, right? All right, we'll just angle that around a little bit. What could be on this table? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe he has a little money box or something. Well, that isn't. Let's put a little leather bag here. And then maybe he's got a, I don't know. There's some chests. Maybe pretty fortuitous to walk in and see a chest right here in the first room. So that seems a little silly to me. Fortunate, not fortuitous, I think. Maybe a barrel, you know, something that could be grain, could be gunpowder. Maybe he keeps a cask here for drinking on the job. Sounds pretty good right now. Just kind of over in the corner, like, yeah, on yet another table maybe. So let's go back here and say table. This is going to be like a more, it's got to be a different table, right? It's not like he went to IKEA and got a matching set. There's the flesh table. Let me see. Have I fallen out of D&D so much I don't even know what exists anymore? From actual D&D, I haven't even gone through the newest books yet, which is lame. I know. Don't we have any taller tables? Things that aren't fancy? You know, here, I'm just going to put some gold on a table because that's how people store their gold, evidently. I store my gold the way I want. You don't know me. Okay, here's a tavern table. So basically it's a barrel with a tabletop on it that we're going to then put a cask on the top of that. So where did we find that? Don't have any idea. It wasn't in food and drink, I don't think. That rhymed, by the way. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to have to probably type this in. Cask. There we go. We're back to some of these. But these do not look like the ones we had before. Where did I find those? Furniture, lights, storage maybe. It's better. Bucket o' meat. You know, that's always... This is called buttload. Why? Let's see what a cask on the table looks like here. They're telling me no, and I'm still telling them yes. That reminds me of that live song. My body's telling me yes. Let's just go with the small one. They can deal. So I put that there. Let's just jump into our little guy and just see what crap this looks like. All right. So this weird giant bag. It's like a backpack for giants or something. That's fine. That's fine. That's where we come in at. Apparently, to some weird outside world with no beginning and ending. But this is where we came from. So this weird place where you're like, oh, what's this? No lights. Strange, I can see anyway. And oh wow, look, there's just a never-ending world. This looks like what's this? The firmament. Aha, there we go. Down into here, and ooh, looks like this is some place where someone kept their Tolkien books, bought a set of matching doors from Home Depot, and drinks, and keeps the drinking storage maybe down here or something. Okay, pretty lame in my opinion, but let's say okay. Let's also go to our day and night and so forth settings and make this, let's just make this dark. And we'll try playing again here. See what it looks like. It's better. Not a fan of the rendering engine here though. It's so very 90s game engine in my opinion. Cool. Okay, so that's fine. I'm not using it for rendering anything. This is for top-down view maps only. So a lot of this lighting will probably even be removed so I can put it in Foundry or Fusion or After Effects or something and then re-render it out. But yeah, okay. Well, I'm annoying myself greatly to this point. We'll just take a look at this from the top. Oh, that is not near the shape I wanted to do, so if it resembles anything, my apologies. Not the intention. I just realized that was a little... Looks more like a guy upside down, doesn't it? I hope. Okay, so with this going up now, we see these are the roofs. That is not good. Okay. I'm not a fan of this anyway, but, hey, it's a start. Wasn't going to sit here and make a complete map anyway. Talk to you guys later. I'm pretty tired. I'm going to get something to drink and just relax a little.